Welcome back to My Life is a Fucking Shit Show. You read the title. This shit, I can't make this shit up.
I can't make this up. Started from the bottom.
This is a story that happened to me while I was in college. Of fucking course. When else are my stories not? I don't know, but let's just get into it. So at the time, I was dating someone. We're gonna call him the spawn of Satan because I'm
P, E, to the T, T, Y, I'm petty. Yeah, I'm petty.
Don't mind him. Yeah, no, he was just a horrible human being, and I don't give a fuck, so I don't want to give him a name. I'm just gonna call him the spawn of Satan. Yeah, anyways. Spawn of Satan moved in with 3 other guys. We're gonna call them Mike, Wilson, and Tom. They got a house. This was when we were sophomores, so I don't think anyone was over at least like 20 years old, I think was the oldest person. So we weren't allowed to go to the bars yet. We just got done with freshman year, so we all lived in the dorms, and like now they had a house where they could like throw parties and shit. They were known to throw like a shit ton of parties because they got a house with a huge ass basement, okay? So we were dating, we were basically like up each other's assholes like fucking crazy. That like I moved in with him and his 3 other roommates without telling his roommates about it, which like side note, if you're in a relationship with somebody, please ask your roommates for permission, girl or guy, before your ass moves in with them, because it's fucking rude as fuck, and just like I feel bad that that even happened and that I put the other 3 guys through it. But yeah, don't be that bitch. But anyways, just to make this story go easier, just know that if I keep saying like we, I shouldn't be referring to we, but like I did basically live there. It wasn't my house necessarily, but like I was there, like all my stuff was there. Anyways, let's go on with the stories. Every now and then they would throw this party, but like this day I woke up, I rolled over to check my phone, check my notifications, check my fucking social media. I think this is when like Snap stories started to become a thing. So I checked my Snap stories and I saw a Snap story from Mike that looked a little something like this. I see that and like red flag go up, because like I'm pretty sure Spawn of Satan didn't know about this because he would have told me about it. He wakes up and I'm just like, hey, did you know that like Mike posted this on his Snap story? I guess you guys are having a party tonight. And he was like,
What the fuck? Mike never asked me if it was okay to throw a party. That's so fucked up. Like, this is my house too.
me and Spawn of Satan, oh my god. We got into a lot of fucking trouble with the law multiple times. So like we were just trying to like lay low and not do any stupid shit anymore. So when we heard that there was gonna be a party there, like it was just rude to like not tell Spawn of Satan, because it's his house too, and like we're not trying to like partake in like any of these shenanigans anymore. But then I'm thinking like, okay, maybe it's not just Mike. Like don't get mad at Mike right away. Maybe Wilson and Tom are a part of this too, and like whatever. Mike wasn't home at the time. It was just Wilson and Tom, and we're like,
So like, there's a party here tonight, question mark?
Yeah, I don't know why Mike posted that on his story, because like he definitely did not talk to any of us about having a party.
so then not only is like Spawn of Satan pissed, but now all 4 of us are pissed, because like turns out it was a WAP party, because once he got home, he like brought in this huge bucket, tons of booze, tons of mix to like make the juice and whatever, and cups that he was gonna sell for $5 a cup. Okay, like I said, like this household was known for throwing parties, but like these parties never involved selling alcohol. Come over, bring your own booze if you want, but like we're not gonna like sell alcohol, whatever. Hi from my fucking, I'm editing right now and missed a whole chunk of the fucking story. I was like sitting here editing, wondering why the fuck, like why were we that pissed off? If he just wants to throw a party, whatever, like why would we be as pissed off as we were? And then I fucking remembered, because I forgot exactly why we were so fucking pissed at him. This party was like not for funsies, like at all. Usually their parties would be for like our friends or like friends of friends and just like have everyone together in this area and like fucking party. I don't fucking know. But like this time it was, how do I make some quick fucking cash? Cause like he did not care about having a good time. All he wanted to do was make a quick buck, and like he didn't ask anybody, and like this wasn't benefiting anybody else but himself. It's like pretty fucking selfish if you think about it. Like he didn't tell anyone. He was risking his roommates. He was risking his house. Like, and then he just like decided to have this party and not tell anyone just so he could make money. And like, who else was this benefiting? Like, no one. So anyways, that's why we were so pissed. Let's keep watching. I don't fucking know. He comes over with his friend and he's just being a dick. Just bossing his friend around, like talking about how lit his party's gonna be. Meanwhile, we're all like protesting in like Wilson and Tom's room because like it's just rude. Like it's common courtesy. Like it's important to consult with your roommates about shit, especially when it comes to nights like this. When you're throwing a party, there's gonna be underage drinkers there. You're underage drinking. This is your house, your responsibility, your noise complaint, and now you're also going to be selling to minors and selling without a license. So, don't you think it would be important to let your roommates know, like, hey, like, this is happening, by the way? When you choose to throw a party, you're like sharing the risk because it's your house too, kind of thing. And that's why it was like fucked up and they were all mad because like he didn't respect that and didn't tell anyone that, and God forbid something happens, they don't want to be responsible for it. Mike comes in the room and like I guess gets the vibe that like we're all like kind of annoyed and pissed off, and he comes in with such an attitude and he's like,
if you guys don't want me to have the party, I won't do it. But like we already got all this stuff. I have a DJ coming.
The roommates are cool as shit, and so like they were all just like, go ahead, have your party and whatever, but just know that like we don't want anything to do with this. So if God forbid this goes south for any reason, like we're not taking responsibility for this shit, okay? Okay, so me and Spawn is Satan, we want to have a night in. We're not going to deal with this shit. Like I said, we've retired from shenanigans at this point. We can't afford it anymore. We get cozy in bed and we start watching TV in his room. We start hearing tons and tons and tons of people. The music's like bumping downstairs. And then not only that, I don't know if like a lot of people are familiar with the app Yik Yak, but like that was the app of the time. You could post almost like a tweet, like anonymously, and it was only specific to the area code. So like if you went to a different area code, you wouldn't see the post of another area code, if that makes sense. The address of this house was getting posted like every other fucking post. This address was going around, okay? This is a public fucking app, so anyone can see it. But not only that, but law enforcement can see it too, okay? So we like just start seeing the crazy amount of posts with the address on it, and we realize like, fuck, like this cannot be fucking good at all. Me and Spawn of Satan are still like livid in his room about like, this is gonna get busted. Like, I can't believe he's like risking all of us in this shit. We go out there for a hot second to go check the party out and whatever. There was a fuck ton of people, okay? There was people waiting outside the door to get in. It was that packed. The basement was flooded to the maximum. Like, there was a bouncer basically like out there like telling people like, okay, like 3 people left, 3 more people come in. Like, it was insane. There was a line outside the door to get in. Then we're realizing how actually like the magnitude of this party is compared to all their other parties. Oh, not to mention like Wilson and Tom were also just like so not about it that they're like, we're leaving, like we don't want to deal with this, we're gonna go study at the library, which is so weird for them, but that's how pissed off they were too. Like they fucking left. So me and Spawn of Satan go back in the room. We're just chilling, having like a chill as fuck night in bed, and all of a sudden we just hear it go silent. Oh my god, they came. Now if police come, tips on how to throw a party 101. If the police show at your house, you have a right to not answer the door. It's not like we weren't familiar with this. If God forbid the cops show up, they bang on the door, you turn off all the lights, you try to get everybody to be quiet, and they will go away. Like, you don't have to answer the door. So So that's what we figured was going on. We start seeing fucking 2 flashlights, like, trying to search in our room. And we're like,
Okay, like, what the fuck?
and like, we don't want to be framed for this. Like, we don't want our faces to be involved in this. And so me and Spawn of Satan are like panicking. We're like,
What the fuck do we do? What the fuck do we do? We cannot get in trouble again.
our asses were on the line. Oh my god. We were just like, let's just stay in here. Hopefully, like, Mike gets it taken care of out there. And then out of nowhere, I wish I was exaggerating when I say the whole house shook. The whole house just shook from people stomping and running the fuck out the house because either someone opened the door or like someone was just like, fuck this, like, I'm running, like, fend for yourselves, bitches, door. I don't know. I really don't know what happened, but we hear everybody panic and run out. And so then we're thinking, okay,
Thank God, like everyone's leaving. They're gonna bust some people outside. Mike will talk to the police. Like, let's just stay in the room and just wait it out.
I don't know. There was nothing else to really do at that point. Then it's super quiet. All the lights are on. And they're like,
City police, if you're here, come out. We're in here.
so we look at each other. We're like, do we get out? Like, we have a right to still stay in our room? Like, I don't know those laws. Like, I know we have a right to not open the house door, but if they're in the house, like, can they come in the room? Like, I don't know. I guess we came to consensus, like, okay, we have nothing to hide. We're fine. We just go and explain the situation and we will be fine. This bitch! We walk out, innocent as fuck, in our fucking pajamas. We go out of the door. There's one police officer coming in to check the hallway, and then another one comes by. And it is the cop that got us in trouble many times before. He turns the corner and he has the audacity to say,
You two again?
Officer, it was not us. I swear, I'm like shaking. I'm like borderline about to cry because I was like, of all people to come in. Of course it's him who like got us in trouble all the other times before. He's gonna charge us for this shit. We had nothing to do with it. We didn't want anything to do with it. Now we have to explain to him and try to sell the idea to him that we have nothing to do with it because according to our prior history, we look guilty as fuck right now. So I start freaking out. I start thinking of my mom and how she's gonna fucking kill me if she finds out that I had anything to do with this. This cop is biased as fuck. Clearly, the way that he approached the situation is like, you two again? Like,
You don't know me. You don't know my story. You don't know that I'm a good fucking person that just makes mistakes. And like, I learned from my mistakes and I did not have anything to do with this, okay?
I'm just trying to save me and Spawn of Satan at this point. But guess who else is home? Wilson and Tom. At some point they came back from wherever the fuck they were. And so all 4 of us are lined up in the hallway and we're like,
Where the fuck is Mike?
and we just like are starting to get in trouble for this house party. Like,
You guys know what the consequences are for selling to people. You guys know the consequences for like hosting parties underage and drinking underage.
and blah blah blah. They just started cracking the fuck down on us like we had anything to do with it. And we just like begging and pleading like,
Please believe us. We have nothing to do with this party. It was all our roommate Mike's idea. Clearly he's not here. He left.
and then they were like,
Yeah, likely story. Like you're gonna blame it on the roommate that's not here.
are you kidding me? Like, we weren't lying to this cop and it was just like not getting through to them at all. And somehow, some way, one of them convinced the cop, like, please just let us get him on the phone. Like, go ahead and breathalyze all of us. Yes, please, breathalyze me. I have nothing to hide. This bitch says,
Well, even if you weren't drinking, that doesn't mean you weren't participating in the party.
oh my god, do you see what we're wearing? Like, we're all in sweats. We don't party like this. And this cop says,
You know, you'd be surprised what the people look like that we bust at parties. They dress like that too.
oh my god. So they breathalyze all of us. We all pass. We somehow like are able to tell them detail for detail what happened and convince them finally that we had nothing to do with it, and all they wanted was a confession from Mike. So we're like trying to get a hold of Mike and he's not answering his phone. We're trying to think of people that he might be hanging out with. Haven't seen him at all. So now at this point we know he's hiding. We know he's avoiding the situation. He's like letting us take the fall for this at this point. So no one can get a hold of this bitch. The cops literally stay in the house for like an hour, 2 hours until we find out where he is. So they're like just chilling in our living room. We're just like talking shit. Call us shitty, but we had nothing to do with it, and like I seriously could not afford to get in trouble anymore. And I just wanted to clear my own name, and like my name isn't even on the lease, and I was still getting fucking blamed for this shit. All because the cop knew who I was and was like, you troublemaking ass bitch again, like when are you gonna learn? We find out from the officer that there was an estimated 300 people at this party. 300, and they said their exact words were, "This is the biggest basement party that we have ever busted before." The biggest? They said that there was high schoolers running outside. Tell me, how the fuck did high schoolers get this memo? Someone calls, they call like either Wilson or Tom or somebody, like about like an hour or 2 hours after everybody like scattered, and was like, hey man, like I left something there, like is it cool if I come by and get it? And they're like, yeah, come and get it. We're just chilling here waiting for Mike to get back. And he's like, oh, Mike? He's here with me. And we're like, what the fuck? So we finally get a hold of Mike. He has to suck it up and come and face the music. The roommates were on the phone with him and was just like, just so you know, like we definitely sold you the fuck out. Come take responsibility for your WAP party that you wanted to have. We literally told you we wanted nothing to do with it. We didn't want to have any responsibility with it. He ends up getting like 6 different tickets. The cops are like cool as fuck with him, of course. They were shitty towards us, but they were cool as fuck with him. And he gets a bunch of tickets and he takes full responsibility for it because I think he realized like it really was essentially my idea to have this party. I didn't tell anyone about it, so I'm just gonna own up to it, which was mature of him, but it was immature of him to like run with the crowd and like leave us behind to take the rap. Like that's just really fucking shitty, I feel, to this day. We found out that he like went to his room and jumped out of his own window. Shitty. Just shitty. He actually somehow was not drinking either, so he got breathalyzed and blew zeros. I don't know how that was. I don't know if he was trying to manage the house because like clearly it didn't work out in his favor. But yeah, I mean everybody remembered that night forever. And like there was posts on Yik Yak after that was just like rest in peace this address, because like everyone knew that after that shit they were never gonna host another party again, and they didn't. Like it was too risky at that point, and like Mike finally learned the consequences the hard way, like most of us have to do, to not break the law. Even though we can be young and stupid, we're gotta learn the hard way, I guess. So yeah, that was the time that I got fucking died, and I don't know why it looks like this, but anyways, the moral of the story is just don't fucking be a piece of shit. I don't know. Don't put your friends or roommates or anyone in like shitty fucking situations like that, because shit will probably go south and you want friends to like have your back or like have a game plan, or I don't fucking know. Just don't be dumb. That's all what my stories, like the moral of all my fucking stories is just don't be fucking dumb and stupid. But anyways, if you watch this whole thing, again, thank you for watching. It's awesome. Me and my fucking long ass stories. But yeah, it's great. If you want to subscribe, awesome. I'm still going through a midlife crisis, so I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with these. It's just a thing for now. So I don't know when I'm gonna post next. Just keep y'all on your toes. I'll see you when I see you.
Yeah, welcome to my house party. Welcome to my house party. Welcome to my house party.